Cool. Welcome to Thursday night's fantasy happy hour. First and foremost, our last Thursday one, biggest video to date, over 1,000 views. So if you're watching this again, thank you. We appreciate it. But yeah, we got a big game here. We got Raiders Chargers. Should be a fun Thursday night one. You want to take us through this one, Taryn?
Well, this should be a fun game. These are two defenses that don't really play too much defense that often, and then you got two high pass volume offenses. Start on the Raiders side. Derek Carr has been in the Millie Maker lineup on Sunday 2 of the last 3 weeks. He put up 28 points last week at 35 the week before. He is passing at an unreal rate. And then the Chargers still are a great offense, even although they lose most weeks. They do have high volume. They just tend to not score because their kicker is horrible, which I'll mention in the fade section. But if we start at captain on the Vegas Raiders side, I think you go Derek Carr if you're going to lean to the passing attack, or Darren Waller. So you got two guys in the passing attack that are both great. I mean, like I mentioned about Carr, he's been in the millie last 3 weeks. He's throwing 30 to 40 times a game, lots of weapons. So there's not typically a concentration other than with Darren Waller, who we see close to 7 or more targets every game. In 2 games ago, he had that, 17 target, 200 yards and 2 TDs. So like he's the guy that's going to go off in this offense. If he at captain specifically, I'm going to mention a few other guys, but they just don't tend to spike like Waller and Carr will in a good game for the Raiders. If you're going to go to the other side, the receiving core is quite banged up. Like if you want me to start with injury news, Keenan Allen's questionable with a hamstring. Austin Eckler questionable with a quad. Mike Williams questionable with a back injury. So I think that Herbert's going to have a lack of weapons here. So I think the most likely to play there is Eckler. And he just kind of didn't practice. I think it's precautionary, but he has got so much volume the last 2 weeks. If you're going to captain somebody there, you're talking 24 attempts last week, 9 receptions. So he still put up 26 points in that game. If you're going to go the flex spot, start with the Raiders. I think Aguilar is still a great option. He's not priced too high yet, but he's that number one receiver there. He just doesn't get like that boost game that would make him want to be a captain there. And then if you like them to kind of win this game overall, Josh Jacobs is always an option. He is questionable as well, but I do expect him to play. They always kind of rest him Mondays, especially on this kind of short week. And then if you go to the other side with the Chargers, Keenan Allen's always available if he's playing. But when they were out, Tyron Johnson kind of took over. So look to him to be that receiver replacement. He got 7 targets, I think 5 receptions and a touchdown. And then Jalen Guyton might go under-owned. He's that other receiver that would come in that case with all the injuries there. As far as, and Hunter Henry's a good play on that side of the ball. I forgot to mention him here. But overall, fading the defenses overall, and then especially the LA Chargers kicker. He missed both his field goal attempts last week, and they brought in a backup. So he's kind of fighting for a spot. So if he misses one, you might see the other guy come back in. But overall, I think this is just high volume, play both passing attacks, play some running backs, play offense, and then kind of go 3-3, 4-2 stacks all around the board. But I like this to hit the over, and I really like locking in Waller and Carr specifically. But do you have any thoughts on this game? Any guys that I didn't mention?
Well, a few things. I thought the Chargers would have a bounce back week here after their shutout, and wasn't necessarily the case. The picks weren't bad. Everyone was kind of about 17 to 20 points still. It's not terrible, but nothing you're laughing about. Few, obviously, Waller and Carr, I mean, you almost have to take them. I feel like even when we get into the Saturday video and Sunday one, there's a few of those ones where you can't avoid them because week after week they're just so consistent, so good. I have 2 questions for you though. The Raiders just fired their defensive coordinator. Would you expect like a big change in that this quickly, or is that something you're still like? It's not like other sports where they generally change that quick.
If I had an expectation or like the skill was there that changing the coordinator could spike this defense, then I would have that. But the Raiders defense doesn't have anybody. Like you look at their defensive line, there's no real talent there. You got a lot of kind of bonus guys that are just kind of on the squad because they're 3rd or 4th stringers on the other teams. And I just don't see the talent level that this could just boost this defense to be something special. But that would be my thoughts. I just don't see it getting substantially better with a new D coordinator.
And if Eckler is out, do you look to someone like Justin Jackson to be a decent pick for this one, or?
I would lean Kalen Balaj. Kalen Balaj kind of took over that work role when Eckler and Jackson were out, but even last week he saw more of the touches, I believe. I might be wrong on that. But Balaj was kind of worked in more, and he tends to be the goal line back in that scenario. So I kind of prefer that over Jackson.
Sweet. That's the Thursday one. We're gonna try something a little bit different, and by the time hopefully you're watching this, our Saturday and Sunday one will be out. I'll link them at the end here, and if you want to check those out, that'd be great. Help maybe get a little bump on those ones. But yeah, thanks for watching the Thursday ones.
Cheers
They
to
seemed,
1K.
yeah, that was huge. So that's pretty exciting. I wasn't sure how we were pretty stagnant for 3 weeks. So yeah, that's sweet. Thanks for watching, and give this video a like. Let us know what you pick.